Okay, whoa. You gotta bring that shit back.
It's good to have you with us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the GoldenBaby channel. I'm back again with another video on some mess, some tea, some drama. So for this video, I wanted to get into a couple things in regards to Megan's now ex-best friend, Kelsey Nicole, and her finally coming out to speak. If you've been following this story, then you know by now that Kelsey, who was one of the 4 people present at the incident, has said the least out of everybody other than the bodyguard. She really was quick to speak up for herself at the beginning, but quickly deleted all posts about the situation and has remained quiet ever since. But as time goes on, she can be seen down in the Instagram comments more and more trying to defend herself. It was just the other week that Kelsey's sister even came out on Instagram to speak up for Kelsey, making a lot of accusations against Megan. But other than that, Kelsey has still remained quiet, saying that when she's ready to speak her truth, she will. Well, Kelsey finally went live last night to get a few things off her chest in regards to, well, I don't know. We really don't know what she's talking about or what she may be referring to, but of course we have an idea. But before I continue, I will just go on ahead and let you all listen.
Get on here and say too much, but one thing I do want to just let y'all know is staying down with your people is important. You know, with those that you in your face and behind your back, and those that don't do it for the social media shit. You know, it's a time where you have to face reality. It's 2020 and the devil's been working, but you know, you can't really you can't really penalize people sometimes, because some people just don't know any better, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to give yourself a reality check. Like, I just be around my people that I've been with since before all this shit, and I just be looking like, damn, these motherfuckers stay down with me, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have to, because sometimes I was distant, and sometimes, you know, I probably wasn't supporting them as much as I probably should have supported them, but guess what? They still here, you know what I'm saying? But they understand the shit that I go through. They understand that sometimes I gotta take time to myself to get my mind right, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay true to your folks, man. That shit is important. One thing I can say is I remain true to myself, because I could have let my head get in the clouds. You know, it's never that. So, and let me just put this out there. It don't matter what scale you on. I don't give a fuck if you rock bottom. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So, people trying to take that from me, nah, like, that's not gonna work too much longer, like, because I ain't never been no fucked up person.
Now, before I say anything else, let me just say this, that Kelsey can do and say whatever she wants on her own social media accounts. If she feels the need to shout out the people who have held her down publicly, that's her. We don't know what prompted her to say this, or what kind of comments, threats, text messages, emails, or letters that she may have gotten since this incident happened. But a lot of people feel like this girl is clout chasing because of the time that she chose to say something, being that Tory just did a 30-minute live stream the other day, which he also himself just reiterated what has already been said. I've seen a lot of opinions stating that she keeps choosing certain times to make comments in order to keep her name afloat in all the public talk that has been going on. I can't say that I agree or disagree on that. I don't know. But from our perspective, it is like she just said a bunch of nothing.
Because she got up here and said ABC to the moon circumference in the sky, and today is Thursday and tomorrow is Friday. Saturday and Sunday are actually on the weekend. But if you look right across the room, and maybe this person said, and if you listen really closely, that I ate a pizza yesterday, and you got to really trust and believe who messed with you, because we are in this together, and I really rock with you, and I think my doctor's appointment is Friday. And it's just like, girl, what?
I'm sorry, I just thought that clip was funny. But from her perspective, as I said, she could have just felt a need to say that. Remember, she's not a celebrity, so what she does and says on social media is not always going to be to make a statement, whereas Megan and Tory are celebrities, so they feel the need to make statements to their fan bases. Kelsey does not have a fan base to appease. But she's also got to know that we only know her from first being Megan's friend, who's in all the videos, to now being the homegirl who was in the car with Tory and Megan at the time of the incident. At this point, no one involved is even speaking Kelsey's name. So when she says she's going to tell her truth when she's ready, and then comes back around a little while later and finally makes a video, the people expect that's what the video is going to be about because they honestly care about nothing else. So when she doesn't even mention anything that we're looking for, not that she has to, but it's just going to keep those accusations about her being a clout chaser and rumors about her involvement just circulating around. But moving on to the next topic. So this here happened about 2 days ago at the time of me doing this video. SadaBaby managed to piss off the Barbz because some of them felt as if he wasn't promoting Nicki's remix to Whole Lotta Choppers. Okay, wait a minute. I forgot that I have to introduce lesser known or less famous people because I'll get those "who is that?" questions down in the comments. But SadaBaby is a rapper from Detroit who has a very popular song circulating right now called Whole Lotta Choppers. The remix to the song featuring Nicki Minaj was released, I believe, last week, and according to some members of the Barbz, SadaBaby isn't doing his part. And when it comes to the Barbz making sure that an artist is pushing a song that's featuring Nicki Minaj, they do not play. They did the same thing to A$AP Ferg when Move Your Hips came out. Because his team made some kind of mistake that ended up making the single not chart as high as it could, and the Barbz were mad. But back to SadaBaby. Shortly after a Barb, Lil Nas X type of fan page demanded SadaBaby to promote the remix, and SadaBaby responded with certain homophobic slurs. Some of his old tweets from 2011 were dug up, and it caused a lot of controversy. Well, at least for him on his side of the rapper world. But SadaBaby said a whole lotta in those tweets. There were some misogynistic comments about rape, very rude comments about Beyonce, slurs, and all that. So much mess that I actually can't even read the tweets to you like I normally do and make sense. So forgive me, but I'm going to just have to post them on the screen for you to see for yourself. So as if that wasn't bad enough, he then went on to respond in a very insensitive way. This is what he said to the people who had a problem with his old tweets. He said, "Y'all can't cancel a person who never was a part of that fake world anyway. Keep turning me up though. Y'all can find every and any old tweet in the world from me. I don't care. I'm not even logged into my Twitter and haven't been for months." Now that obviously wasn't going to fly. I know that nobody on his team or label was going to let him just end it with that kind of response. So he did eventually come back with a proper response to these comments via Instagram, and here's what he came back and said.
What's going on? Hey man, say man, Scuba Steve, Scuba, you feel me? So, couple tweets and old tweets that came out earlier, you feel me, from 2011 when the nigga was like 17, 18, all that type of shit. And my first initial response to the tweets on my story, you feel me, may give people the idea that I don't sympathize with females that have been raped or situations. What y'all gotta know is I'm almost 30 years old and I don't tweet, don't got the password to my Twitter, no none of that. So them old views is in the same light as a Justin Bieber when he got caught singing, saying whoop 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 or all that other shit. I'm not switching them up, you know what I'm saying, blame or light to nobody else, but that's old shit that you can't judge me on. As far as the homophobic tweets, I got goddamn homosexuals that work in my label, you feel me? You know what I'm saying, that's personally working with me, you know what I'm saying? I deal with him twice, 2-3 times out the month in person, in real life for a week at a time, you know what I'm saying, dealing with my career. My baby brother Chico is blacker than Lil Yachty, so you can't think I'm a colorist, you feel me? Like, all that shit was just some old shit from when the nigga was young and just wilding out and damn near being what y'all would define that shit is nowadays as a fucking troll or something, you feel me? But I don't stand on none of them views. Them views is not Sada of today, you feel me? I'm a grown, different, whole type of man and that understand that like that is not acceptable. You understand what I'm saying? Even being at the same time, my initial reaction and response to the page on my post when I commented was due to me being who I am as a man and coming from where I come from and not feeling like I'm going to get pressed by anybody about any situation. So me calling that page what I called that page at that time was not me just looking at his thumbnail and going at what his that person who he used as his thumbnail, like going at that person's style of living or choice of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that was about. I'm a hood nigga. We say like that, and it a lot of motherfuckers not sensitive to it, but it's just a different world that I'm in that I got to get used to because it's not on the way to those type of rooms or those type of circles like this. What it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the local rapper. I'm not the hood Negro that don't nobody give a fuck about if I'm just saying wild and it just go under the radar. Too many people love me, too many people see my potential, too many people have a lot expected out of me, and the man that I grew into and became is not what I was in 2011 when I was still trying to figure out my life. So all of that, you feel me, that negative energy, if people choose to dwell on it, that's on them, but I'm apologizing for my old views or any type of tweets that I said from back in the day, and I hope don't nobody hold no grudges on me, you know what I'm saying? And you feel me, we just gonna keep it pushing and we gonna respect each other as such.
Okay, so to be fair and honest, and I feel this way about everybody just about, most of the time when these old tweets from when these celebrities and public figures are exposed and they were literally kids at the time, I'm just like, okay, like whatever, you know, with most things, most of the time. Although I myself have never said anything like this to this extent, when I did look back at my old tweets on my Twitter that's now deleted, I was surprised at some of the things that I used to say because my adult self is now a completely different person. But when it comes to SadaBaby, how could you say that, oh, this is something that you said way back when you were 17, you were, you know, young. It's the same thing as when Justin Bieber was saying all kind of stuff when he was young back in the day and they dug up his old tweets. But the whole reason why they went and dug up those tweets is because you're still using that kind of language today in 2020 at 27, 28 years old. So really not that much has changed. That's very trash behavior and very trash vocabulary still to this day. And like I said, it was more than likely his team who told him to come back and make a better response and to actually apologize, because his first response, I think, is probably how he really felt. So I don't know how sincere his second response actually is. When it comes to the F word, it unfortunately has been normalized in some areas and some hoods to say words like that as an insult to men of the LGBT community, more feminine type of men, just really any man. Though it's not and never will be justified, it is a slur and it's still a very ugly word that's highly offensive. As for slipping something to a woman and then the R word used in this here situation, now that's not one of those things that people kind of say but really shouldn't say. That's on a whole new level of foulness regardless of how old he was at the time. But everything else, it's like he said, he is from the hood. I don't get surprised when we find out that people from the hood behave or used to behave like this. Now, I'm not saying everybody from the hood. Obviously, you can't just box people in like that. But a lot of toxic behavior and foul words and slurs have been normalized in hood culture. And while I still hold people accountable, I just don't even expect them to carry themselves in a manner that they don't even know how to. I did want to finish by saying, what does it matter if you don't use Twitter today in 2020? I was so confused by him saying that repeatedly. Like, that has nothing to do with anything when it comes to these people pulling up your old tweets from 2011. You not logging into Twitter for months in 2020 has nothing to do with what you said in 2011. Like, that was not... How was that statement supposed to benefit you at all, SadaBaby? I'm confused. But anyways, how do you guys feel about the topics in this video? Are you here for Kelsey's random new post, or do you think she's a clout chaser? And what do you think of SadaBaby's past tweets being exposed? Be sure to leave your opinions down in the comment section below. Like the video because it's good for your edges. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. And that's it for today. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.